This is the highly customizable ARGB wall light bar from Govee. This right here is the H6062 model that gives you 6 30cm LED strips and one corner piece alongside with the required accessories. It works well with Google Home and also Amazon's Alexa, and this is its first step towards an easy integration into any setup. It is quite desirable right now due to its potential to truly light up the atmosphere in your studio or workspace, while not only addressing the design aspect but also the practicality by increasing the amount of light in any setup. What you get in the package is of course a bunch of cards, one of them welcoming you to your Govee ecosystem, and quickly moving past this you are greeted with 2 nondescript boxes housing all the required hardware for these 6 LED strips to work together. In one of the boxes, you will find the included wall plug that is a 36 watts and 3 amps brick that delivers the power to all of the included LED strips and can even power 2 more LED strips and 1 extra corner piece from the bigger kits. In the other one, of course, you will get the way to connect the LEDs to power, with one end acting as a connector and featuring an included mic in this controller for when you want the lights to be synced with music or maybe any outside noise. You also get the included corner piece LED that does light up and connects this rigid piece of LED strip all together. So this is basically how my setup looks before we get to install this kit, and I do have high hopes that even with my novice level skills of installing such items, I can still do a good job, considering that this is meant basically for everyone and anyone. So guys, this is basically my workspace as it is, and I want to make it more visually appealing, and not only that, but I also want to actually increase its overall immersiveness by adding these Govee lights. So my actual plan was actually to start and stick them up to the desk as they are right here. So starting from this side all the way around them to the other side right here, but not on the desk like that, but I was actually planning on actually sticking them to the side. But as you can see, they're a bit thicker than the actual desk, so that ain't gonna look very nice. And not only that, but I have a problem when it comes to this guy right here. Yeah, and I wasn't actually planning on doing this on this side right here, as this is where the desk would actually sit, but I was actually planning to do it right here, so this was on the side facing the wall. But the actual problem is that once I start running these all the way across, I will reach all the way to the end here, where I have to do something about that end cap, or I should say about this L shape, well, I should say LED right here. And I can't really run this LEDs any other way but down, because I'm stuck with sticking these to the side of the desk. So this should be running down once I get to the end there. And I don't think that's gonna look pretty cool. So another thing that I thought about doing is actually to stick them to the wall itself, just right here at the level of the desk. But starting here and ending there, I should have plenty to actually put the corner piece right here as so, and run the, well, last strip that I'll have remaining upwards on the wall. So I'm not gonna drag this any longer. I'm just gonna start doing it, and hopefully it looks any sort of way half decent by the end. And yeah, you can start frying me in the comments if you have any other suggestions or maybe any other way to use them, because this kit has only one problem. Hello there. So the problem that I have with this kit right here is basically that you're only getting 6 of these guys right here. These are 30 centimeters long strips, or I should say long LED strips, and you can't really get too creative with them. I mean, you only get 6 of these guys, and you get a corner piece like this one here. So I don't know, your potential for creativity is sort of limited with this kit right here. They do have another one where you get 8 long pieces and then you get 2 corners like this, but that's pretty much the absolute max that you can stretch this system. And that is because of this power supply right here. Basically, the most that you can get with it, it's actually, as I've said, 8 of these and 2 corners, and that's about it. I mean, yeah, you can't get too creative. There's definitely a bunch of ways to actually put this on the wall and make it look half decent, but running only this basic kit, I should say, of only 6 and 1 corner piece, you're kind of limited in your options there. But anyway, let's see how it looks. You can fry me down in the comments, of course, and I will get things started right here, and by the end of it, hopefully it's gonna look half decent. So I did try and keep it professional and use the leveler, since I didn't trust my handyman skills enough to just stick it on the wall freestyle. But what I did not show was that Govee thought about this and actually provided some sticky tape and Velcro combo that will make this easier to level off correctly if you just stick them on the wall crooked. What I mean is that actually the part that sticks on the wall has Velcro on it, and that Velcro actually sticks to the underside of the LED strip. I did not know this at the time, and as such I took the safer and harder way of using the leveler all the way across, but even doing it like that, the install was actually quite a breeze, and I really can't complain too much about it. Yeah, I don't think this should have been like that. Okay, so in hindsight, I started over there and I worked my way around with the leveler and ended up here with that issue right there. So that's the power connector, and it should be connecting to this guy right here. Yep, so it is what it is then. I'm just gonna wink it. So I'm gonna put in the power connector right here. I'm actually gonna, well, I'm not gonna stick it in up on the wall there. It's gonna be quite sturdy as it is on its own. I'm gonna run the wire down and basically just gonna, you know, tightly wrap the wire so that you don't get to see this as much as you would otherwise do. So in the end, I don't think it looks all that bad. I mean, this is the end product right here, and as you can see, yes, you can see the little wire there, and then I just use a channel like this so that I can route the cable just going down to the power outlet right there, but you can't really see it unless you know it is there. And not only that, but I was a bit mistaken, since I can actually sit at the desk here and I don't get to see that at all. I mean, this is my field of view, and yeah, you really have to lean over to see it, and you can actually sort of see it. You can't see it all that much, so it's actually pretty nice. Yeah, with all this being said, let's see how it looks at night. The installation of the app that is required to run these lights is quite straightforward, with all that you have to do is basically to just install the Govee Home app. You will have to create an account if you don't already have one, and from there you will have to add your product, but it should detect this automatically by itself using Bluetooth. Once you have got it in, then you can rename it, and also you'll have to connect this to Wi-Fi, as this will be the only mean to both use and also update the lights in the future. From the app, you'll have access to all the settings and all the crazy ways this light can bring your setup to life and increase the immersiveness with its use. All it is quite customizable, and there is no shortage of modes it can run in. So in the end, guys, would I actually recommend these Govee lights to you? Well, in short is yes, I would actually recommend them because they're actually pretty cool, they're highly customizable, and will definitely increase the overall aesthetics of any setup that you are going to use them in. Not only that, but they are plenty bright, so if you are running some sort of dark setup that you want to really light up in some way, then definitely this is one way to go for it. The only downside of this kit right here is definitely the way that you can customize them when it comes to setting them up on any, well, setup, because there's only 6 LED strips that come included in this kit, with one corner piece that don't give you as much flexibility as if you would have more corner pieces available to you to actually make more shapes on a wall or whatever you want to set them up in. And if you do want to buy the bigger kit, which comes with 8 long LED strips and 2 cornered pieces, then definitely keep in mind that that is the absolute maximum that you can definitely power up with the included adapter. You can see the seams if you are thinking about this. You can see where the actual strips come together, so you can definitely see those depending on whatever setup you are going to use them. So even though the diffuser works quite well, there are actually instances where you can see the seams, but they're not very obvious, so it's not a very big drawback in case you were wondering about that. Guys, thank you so very much for being so awesome once again. If you have made it all the way to the end, I'd like to personally thank each and every one of you for being so awesome to sticking with me. And if you feel like you've learned anything from this video, or maybe from a bunch of other videos that you can check, well, somewhere around here, then definitely do subscribe and ring that notification bell. Don't worry, anyway, as you know, as always, leave your comments down in the box below, and I will do my best to answer each and every one of you, as I always do. Alright guys, thank you so very much once again, stay awesome until the next one, and peace out.